Welcome to Zelda Speed Runs. We have for you from the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2024 a Swiss Round 4 matchup between Homewrecker and Sawneyrath. I am VT Slacker. I'll be your tracker for today, and I'll pass it over to our commentator, Mirai. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Monday night matchup here, the first of week 4. Homewrecker Sawneyrath, the 2-1, 1-2, pair up, pair down, depending on the way that you look at it. Matchup here between these two. Homewrecker took a loss to Dig Shake in week 2. Sawney taking a loss to both Trails and Big Slamoo in weeks 1 and 2, respectively. So this should be a somewhat interesting matchup, I think. Sawney got a little unfair matchups there early on, and Homewrecker, Sawney and Homewrecker probably somewhat evenly matched. I'm not sure here. We'll just have to wait and see. Why don't we just let the race play out, and we'll just see how these two runners end up. But I wouldn't count either one of them out. I think they're pretty evenly matched here. Sawney's been doing a lot of casual races with the community here as of the last few months, and Homewrecker has just been around for 2 years now or something like that. So he knows the randomizer as well. Here we go. Looking like mountainous, possibly right off the bat. Southwest corner, probably. Fairy cave immediately. Don't like to see that, but we're going to get in. We're going to get out. No big deal. No red Dyras trolling us or anything. Homewrecker intimidating the gorillas there in the Moblin while Sawney escapes. Finds Trophy Cave, and Homewrecker finds Death Mountain. Okay, looking like a mountainous, potentially mountainous Death Mountain there. And Homewrecker not going to see this raft in Trophy Cave, at least not right away. We'll see how far he makes it off in this direction. I don't know if we had multiple ways to go, or if that cave is just kind of chilling here that Sawney saw, and then Homewrecker's going to find the only way out of here. Oh, looks like we do have a bridge. It's a bridge. I like this bridge. We're going east. There's a town right there. We're going to want to check that. 100 experience from the Red Dyras. Shield Town. This is going to be nice to have early on. This is going to be Naburu. Homewrecker finding himself getting probably a little bullied here by an orange Dyra. Some gorillas behind him. He's going to make it 100 experience for the orange as well. There was another town on the map there, a little southeast of Naburu on the Sawney side. So we'll see if Sawney pursues that. Grass tile for Homewrecker here. It is going to be the boots, which looks like it's potentially a river canyon over here in the east. These boots will help immensely if that is the case. We did see some water, so we'll get a better look at this in a moment. Sawney, not sure if we saw a hint here in the first house, but if we didn't, then Sawney opting not to leave out the west side of the town to get 2 more potential hints here. Yeah, looking like a river canyon for sure. Second town's going to be Nukasudo. Magic Container Cave on Homewrecker's side. 7 again in the basement. Also across. Homewrecker getting the what looks to be a great Eastern Continent starter kit here. The cross and the boots for this river canyon. Keys in the drop pool. 100 experience bag as well. Homewrecker saw. I missed the spell and what looked like a hint on Sawney's side, although Sawney may be using community text, so some things may look like hints to me at very fast pace. Glove in the east. Wow, that is a good hint to have. We might just stick around in the east. Medicine Cave here for Homewrecker. Could be kind of tough in here. 113. He's got a lot of lives, though. Sawney opting to come back to the west here. I don't know. I think we saw a double Daruni encounter, the Desert Bridge. And maybe we didn't want to go across that at 111 on Sawney's side. 2 more towns here. Spelltown and Rudo. Trophy's going to get us the spell. We'll see if we need that. Might be blocking the glove today. And Life in Raru. We're going to pick that up. Homewrecker saying no to Medicine Cave there. He's going to come back to start, and I think he's going to head up to the... Oh, no, not entirely. All right, we're going to see where he's going here. Barba slithering with the hammer today. Okay. Not sure we're going to need anything out of Death Mountain. Not sure we're going to have any boulder-blocked caves on the west either. Might have a forest tile on the east. So we got a Fairy from Nukasuda. We got Life from Raru, Shield from Naburu. I didn't catch if the Fairy was castable, but we might be coming back for Downstab on Sawney's side. There's a palace on Homewrecker's side. I don't think we've seen a palace anywhere just yet. As in no palace checks. Checking this cave, though. It is going to be Trophy Cave. Oh, that's North Palace. Duh. Okay. Well, Homewrecker's back over here now. So he will probably see very similar stuff to Sawney. Gotta check for a hint at King's Tomb here. Raft for Homewrecker. Gonna say no to the hint. Just leave the old woman standing there. Dead end here. Looks like there might be some water going up north. Sawney not having the boots might be blocked from getting up there right now. I don't know if that water further extends up north or if we're gonna have to take some other way around. Or we can maybe we just walk up here. We'll call that deceptive water today. Yeah, we can walk up here. It looks like a nice swamp path. That's all I'll say about that. A nice swampy path there. There's the Barbara hint for Homewrecker. Sawney opting to get the attack level there. 212, I believe. Homewrecker at 213. Got some more caves up here. What are we missing? We're missing Heart Container Cave, I believe. Pillar P Bag Cave. This could be Heart Container Cave right here. Looks like Parappa. And we got another cave there. There is water blocking our path right there. Here's Pillar P Bag. This is our Western P Bag Cave in Vanilla. Speaking of P Bag, Homewrecker picks up a 50 bag. So Homewrecker with the boots going to be able to explore this east a whole lot more, or a lot easier, I should say, than Sawney could. Homewrecker also likely going to get the glove hint as well, which again may make him stay here in the east as opposed to going back west. Well, he's seen a lot of the west at this point, though. Flute in Pillar P Bag Cave. We didn't see enough of the east to make a judgment on whether or not we may have a hammer block or flute block over there. Sawney going to up and out of that section and head east out of start, find their boots, find their cross, and find Medicine Cave as well. We'll see if Sawney makes it through Medicine Cave. Homewrecker opted out, and also see our Death Mountain connection here. So right now, Raft could be our way to Maze Island, but we could also have a cave. There's a desert tile on Homewrecker's side. Red jar, thanks a lot. Oh, finding this desert encounter. This may be a rip. He's going to be able to body some damage, but it's going to probably be too much damage there. Oh, 3 of them. Glorious. Magic Container Cave 4. This might just be an up and a will return in a moment. He is determined. Yeah, there's too much stuff flying across the map there. Cross for Sawney. Also seeing the key there in the drop pool. Yeah, Homewrecker just going to head right back there. Really not much you can do in that encounter. That's a really interesting pair-up of enemies there. Homewrecker cursing Grandma, I'm sure, for the 7 container requirement there. His camera's not on, so I can't really see what's going on, but I have a feeling. Sawney and Medicine Cave here. We're going to see if they can push through. I'm assuming Fairy's not castable yet. Again, I've yet to catch the cost, although we'll see it on Homewrecker's side. Are we going to be able to see it? 93. Yep, not castable. And we're both our runners at Magic 1 here. We do have Shield to get through here, though. And we're going to make it through the first screen. was going to say, if we had a castable ferry, we could just ferry through this first screen and get to the second. Oh, you know what? Did that hint come from the house on Sawney's side for the glove? I think Homewrecker is an anti-house hint seeker. Yeah, because he doesn't have the glove marked. He's got a tracker that shows locations on where certain items can be, and it could just be on his part that he doesn't want to track it, but on the flip side, he may not have that hint. Then again, if you're just going to stick around the east and everything's accessible, you might just get it. It could be right here in Risen Peabag Cave. Then again, it could be... No, it's not. It could be in Grandma's basement. It's under 7 containers, or it could be Spell Tower. Might need that trophy today for the spell. So I think Sawney has found everything. Are we missing a cave? I think Sawney has seen all the caves. Oh, I was going to say we do have a water block, but we don't just yet because there's a forest path here on the western continent. We did see a Moa in this cave. I think there's just one, but we do have it might be 2. I think there's just one. There's just one there. It looks like it. We do have the cross. This is why the cross is really nice to have once you hit the eastern continent. Invisible mowers in certain sections. There's a raft tile, and we do have a raft. We're going to do a raft check. There's a forest tile, so hammer could be in play. Is this sunken? This is sunken. Raft to maze as well. Not going to do any further exploration there. Old Kasuto, what do we got? Death. Death is what we've got. Last life. Palace. First palace check. Is this the first palace check? 3-6 on the west. We saw another palace across the water on the western side of the western continent. So we didn't get a chance to check that. There's Reflect for free. That would be nice to have for Sawney, I'm sure. We have yet to determine where Palace 4 is at right now, though. Wow, those Moas unshielded, hitting for over 2 hearts. Sawney on their last life, looking for this 400 level. Here's Darunia, no child in hand. Fire. Yeah, I don't think we can get upstab right now. Yeah, we can't get upstab, so Homewrecker is going to retreat out of here. Yeah, we could have a water tile. We might be looking for the water tile as well. Water tile could be under... Okay, we have 2 palaces in the open. That's good for palace progression. Water tile could be under the forest tile. All towns are in... all towns and palaces are accounted for, though. There's the other 3-6 there on the east. I didn't see what palace this was. Are we going to do a check now? Okay. Thought I missed it, but nope, it's P1. Okay. We're going in with the 1 key we've got. Still not a castable fairy on Homewrecker's side. Magic 2 on Sawney's side. 80 magic for both runners, having a different magic container, I believe. Sawney's came out of Medicine Cave, and Homewrecker's came out of one of the item caves on the eastern continent. Fairy required here. Still 93 for Homewrecker. All right, so here is Heart Container Cave. This is, yeah, we were missing 1 cave. Okay, what do we get? Do we have a castable fairy at this point? 44. We absolutely do. Just 1 cast, though, per life. Without a refill, that is. Child here in Heart Container Cave. Again, just the fire spell today, but if we're going to go in and possibly gamble on what the fire spell may be attached to, it could be a good gamble. Homewrecker getting a little beat up here. Ooh, is this a glove block? Yes, it is. We can go left at start, otherwise we're blocked with the glove going right. Gonna grab down stab on Sawney's side. Didn't see what spell was here. Is this Thunder at this point? Or can Saria still out there somewhere? It is Jump. Okay. All right, we have an elevator down here going left at start at P1. Could be item, could be boss, could be absolutely nothing at the end of the day. It's just that when you're moving left, you're looking for an elevator for at least a boss room. Not going to check the medicine hint on Sawney's side unless I missed it. There's Saria across the mountains there. We did find our item room in P1. We also see P2 there on the west. Homeworker taking a death there. Yeah, no medicine hint pickup on Sawney's side. That's interesting. Homeworker with the heart out of P1. Unable to progress any further without that glove. So at this point, water tile is MIA here on the east. So water tile, Grandma's basement under 7 magic containers, and spell tower access. Going to be our glove today. One of those 3. Where is Homewrecker going to go? Have we seen a Death Valley sighting? I'm not entirely sure if we have. Oh, did he not make it through this cave? Oh, I guess not. He saw sunken. There's a scorpion there, and I guess he got out of there. So, glove could still be right here. My mistake. Glove could still be right here. Gonna see where this goes for Sawney across Saria here. Got some cave access. It's gonna be our last palace. One of these caves has to be something, right? It's P4. Easy glove and sunken. Okay, never mind. Disaster averted. There's a connector to the eastern continent. So that's a dud connector for us. These other 2 are going to be... these other 2 are just going to be the pass-through caves we had seen earlier. Oh, what's funny is that Parappa Cave looks like it kicks us out over here. So we don't actually have to go across Saria. We could probably just take Parappa Cave up and over to get to 4 next time. Although Saria is right next door to that other palace. So depends. We'll see how the runners routed in later. All right, so I'm coming back to the east here. Nope, I lied. Gotta look for a trophy hint. Thinking maybe Spell Tower is going to be the glove. P4 trophy. Okay. All right, where's Homewrecker going? We're just walking up and down the river here, admiring the scenery. Oh, he's going to get upstab. Okay. Sawney going to be doing the same checks here. Desert Tile and Old Kasuto just to the west. There's a Risen. Might get stuck in here, though. We do still have the cross on Sawney's side as well. I think this is a magic container in here for Sawney. Yeah, might be able to do this slightly faster than Homewrecker just because Sawney has the castable fairy to push through a few things. Now has also 2 cast a fairy thanks to that medicine cave container, so that's nice to have. On top of that has downstab. And so, is that east? That's west child. West child, that's right. We know the child is that. Sawney's got it. For Homewrecker, that's going to be one of 3 caves, though. I don't think he's seen Pillar P-Bag, he hasn't seen Heart, and he hasn't seen what's at the back of Medicine. Sawney going to find their glove in here. This is going to be a sigh of relief. Once they reach, well, as I said, once they reach down to P1, they will be able to full clear that. Probably move it to the 3/6 right next to it. With no key sighting for either of our runners, no key hint. We're talking magic key here. No magic key hint, no magic key sighting. We're relying on fairy right now. So the more casts you can have of it, the better. Homewrecker heading back into this one here. He knows where to go. Both are runners. Okay, no, 3-3-3 for Homewrecker, 3-3-4 for Sawney. Essentially the same at this point. All right, Sawney likes this easy and free pickup. There's nothing that's going to block Sawney. Sawney's already got the child, though. I don't know if we'll see the fire turn in. We'll find out soon enough. It's the last town that they need to find, so... It might be worth the pickup at this time, though. I mean, if you have not confirmed it in reverse, like it could be jump, right? If it's jump, you can avoid having to go through the medicine, which Sawney didn't even grab the hint for, so... Homewrecker struggling with the elevator there. It's okay. There is a right up here that Homewrecker can take. Okay, we've got an elevator up here going right. Yeah, see, this lack of downstep on home side is just kind of hurting him a little bit here in some of these rooms. It's like he has to wait for the guy to stop throwing his sticks of whatever so that he can get rid of that Mew that's kind of blocking his path. It's just little things like this. And there it is. Horsehead just off to the right. We're going to turn in the child for the fire spell here. Okay. Could be beneficial. Could be Garbo. And there's a Horsehead down. About to place our first gem at 20. Oh, no, we're going back. Oh, Homewrecker cannot cast Fairy. Right. Might have to take a death on a bot. Yeah. Did we attempt to cast fire? I guess not. I don't know if we've done any reverse checks, whether we tried to cast Reflect or anything earlier. All right, Homewrecker with the death. He's going to be able to make it through this door. Sawney probably going to be joining home in this P1. Nope. All right, Sawney is not going to go into P1 right now. Going to look around. I'm not sure what Sawney... I mean, other than Water Tile, right? Other than Water Tile, but... Glove and 2 Fairy Casts and Downstab. Nothing too scary in P1. Yeah, I think we can determine that the forest tile holds our water tile today. Under the forest is water. Homewrecker looks like he's looking for water tile as well. It's very interesting. We have really, well, for home side, he doesn't fully know what happens here on the west, on the top side of the west. He's about to learn all of that now as he finishes up. Sawney has a much better picture. Sawney has all the spells laid out, has all the palace, all the palaces laid out, other than whatever's in Death Valley and the maze. Also knows they have maze access. I mean, they're essentially in go mode at this point. They have everything they need. So it is, you know, it's time to move. Water tile may be the least of your concerns at the current moment. But yeah, I was going to say, you should we don't have the magic key just yet. We've got small keys in the drop pool, though. Homewrecker seeing this Parappa cave here. Unless this is boulder blocked on the other side, which I don't... Oh, Homewrecker not going to travel through. He's got the other cave here, which actually he should come back for, though, because it is Pillar P-Bag Cave. He's got the boots. Who am I kidding? He's got the boots. He can just go over the water. Yeah, some 500-point P-Bags out there. It's very nice. I don't really know if they're in a great farmable state, though. Flute for Homewrecker. Sawny about to see Horsehead here. Might come back in. Might just walk it back. And go down that elevator to try to find an item. Yeah, Homewrecker's still without downstab. It is hurting him still a little bit here. He'll get there soon enough, though. He's probably going to check over the water here and see what's up there. Unfortunately, Mito is on the other side of Saria. He might just take Saria across and see what's up there as well. He's going to see his P4. I missed the other palace that was by Mito, so we've got 3/6 on the west. We've got P4 on the west as well. The opposite 3/6 is right here on Sawney's side on the east. One on the east. I think it was P2 we might have seen in the west. Yeah, we're looking for windows or a boss or even an item in this case. If we see a hammer as an item in an item room before we see a boss or any windows, we do know that we're in P6. $200 points for the blue Iron Knuckles there in Palace 3, 4, 6 Palace Pool. And we're going to grab his Thunder Spell here. Quite a few hits at Attack 3. For those blue Iron Knuckles. We are in Palace 6. There are your windows. And here's your dragon. I'd say we're out of here. There's nothing on a water tile that I think we need. And the only thing the hammer's going to get us today is water tile access and Spec Rock. I don't think either of our runners is headed back into Death Mountain for anything at this point. So it is time to go. 27 minutes in. Even before this point, it has been time to go. Does depend on the runner, though, how comfortable they feel, right? I mean, 4 hearts. Homewrecker's got a 5th. I forget where that came. Oh, that came from P1. And, yeah, so it depends on how comfortable you are. We do have the shield spell. That's going to double our defense, and so it would double our effective health. But other than that, I don't know. 4 hearts total. Probably not really where the runners want to be going into GP. At the end of the game. We'll see what else I can find, though. It's going to be a double level for Sawney. Looks like attack and life. Yeah, this is going to be Heart Container Cave for Homewrecker here. This will be the child. Not sure if we've done a fire check just yet on Sawney's side. We picked it up, but I don't remember double checking it at all at this point. And there it is, second gem down for Sawney here at 28.5 minutes into the game. So the reason to have checked the maze a little bit earlier is to see just what palace would be there, because now we might do a Death Valley check. And if this is Great Palace, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world, but you could save a small amount of time, perhaps, not having to do this if this is in fact Great Palace. Otherwise, this is going to be Palace 5 as Homewrecker walks into Palace 2. Oh, this looks like this might be a free and open Valley of Death. I'm not really sure what's going on here. All right, Homewrecker not going to gamble up and left. He's going to keep holding right. Sawney almost making it off that screen, but getting clobbered by the blue Lizalfa there at the end of it. Here we are going to get a fire check. Not 100% sure what that was. I think we're at full health and everything, so... And you can't spell Lizalfos. You can't do much to the Lizalfos in way of... other than thunder. So I'm not really sure what the fire spell was ultimately, other than not jump, not fairy, and... I guess that's really all we could tell. Yeah, this is going to put Great Palace on the maze then. We'll see how fast these runners can find their bosses in here. I think we're ready. I think everyone's just ready to go at this. I mean, there's nothing. They both have the same information at this point, other than Homewrecker doesn't know how to get to the maze. I don't believe, but it's really not that far off from where he's at. So. Okay, Sawney, I think hit a dead end there. Wasn't sure, but we are quick to up an A and come back to start. Here's Helmet Head for Homewrecker. Looks kind of like a just hold right situation. So if nobody gambles, and by nobody I mean if Sawney doesn't gamble in 2, they will have an easy Helmet Head as well. There's second jump for Homewrecker. 31.5 minutes into the seed. Oh no, I think Mito's right here for him. Yeah, he didn't have... Oh, he did grab down step, right? No, okay, now he's going through Jump Cave. Item room in 5. We don't have a hint for this. A heart, okay, so right now they're tied up in hearts. Homewrecker probably going to head through here as well, though, so probably this will be a 6th heart. We're going through Jump Cave here for Homewrecker. He might be going back to Palace 4. Just opting not to go through Saria. I'm waiting to see what... he has to be going to 4. That's the only other thing that's over here. Now, he got an extra life in the drop pool there, but then just lost it. There are a lot of Dairas in this particular cave. 500 for the Magos. Dripper refusing the drip blue. There it is. Nice Mew. High value. Oh, and a key. Okay. Well, if we're going to get a key, we're going to get a key. That's fine. Yeah, Homewrecker having to... up an A here. I'm going to say that Jump Cave probably was cost a little bit more time than Saria. Saria is just a free walk across 3 screens. Jump Cave is 3 screens as well, but he did get beat up. He did take a death, resetting the room and whatnot. Anyway, first look at 4 on Homewrecker's side. Still looking for Guma on Sawney's side. Terrible enemy to have in this Crumble Bridge room. Easy Karok in 4. Okay. Well, I don't think Sawney's going to miss this one. This is first elevator going. I don't even think we could go left at start. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, that was a very quick 4. I mean, at this point, we could be... 5 is the only thing that's given us trouble. Everything else has been pretty free. We don't... is this it? This is Guma. Wow, okay. We haven't seen what's in 3 just yet, other than, you know, Rebanak. But 3's not a very big palace, and so... I guess we're looking at probably pretty likely we're going to be sub-hour into GP here. Maybe even low 50s, because P5 is the biggest troll so far. And Sawney's going to be done with it. We know 2 is pretty free. A little bit of walking in 2, though. There might be some junctions that we can go the wrong way. But 4 is absolutely free. And I think Homewrecker's probably... Well, I think he's going to hit up the maze first. He's right... No, he's over by 4. Oh, no. Did he see maze access? Did he see maze access? I don't know. Well, it looks like you could just have walked around the whole Jump Cave Saria nonsense. Oh no, this is... I don't know where Homewrecker's... Did Homewrecker go back to start? Maybe he went back to start. I think that's back by start. Anyway, Sawney's out of 5. Looks like Fire Life. Okay. Yeah, Homewrecker going to get his 6th container here. Going to be all matched up with Sawney. Sawney's not found another container that Homewrecker doesn't have access to right now. All right, Sawney headed north, probably up to P4. But again, the question is asked, you know, how comfortable do people feel with jetty seeds? Some people, it's very nerve-wracking to have a very fast seed. Because you have to ultimately, you know, you don't have a lot of time for collection if you're not running into these containers along the way. This 5 containers for hearts is the most that Sawney may have going into GP. Again, Homewrecker probably going to pick up the 6th one out of 5. Because it looked just like an easy pass-through item room that was accessible on the way to Guma. But Sawney probably not going to go back into 1 for that particular heart container. Here it is. Here's going to be maze access for Homewrecker. As Sawney finds the very free Karok here. Maybe Homewrecker did have maze access before. He had the raft before. Maybe he's seen all this. I could have missed a quick float over on his side. And there it is. 4 gems down for Sawney. 37 minutes into this game. We're getting a first look at P3, though. We'll see how deep Rebanak is. Yeah, we're still picking up keys here. The only concern about not having a magic key is going to be, as we've been repeating all tournament long, and we will continue to repeat, the one room that exists in Great Palace that is a key required room. But even then, keys in the drop pool means that we shouldn't have too much of a problem finding a key if we really need one. Glove block in 3, though, so you couldn't come into 3 early. So far it's been linear, just heading left. Okay, Sawney going across Saria here and going to hit up this P2. This could be a pretty free P3. Drop column down to the bottom here. Right going to be our boss. We are going to be in the GP very quickly in this one. Sawny not going to gamble on the up and left. Homewrecker also did not do that. He headed right. These are some very easily accessible bosses in this particular seed. Yeah, I think Sawny's going to have a left and right option at the top of this elevator as well. And there it is, 4 gems down from Homewrecker as well, sub 40. Just about 2 minutes behind Sawney in terms of gem placement. Okay, so this was not the way. Sawney recognizes that as a dead end, although wants to kill the skeleton. Although, no, maybe doesn't. Does not trust the gut here. Yeah, Homewrecker going to do this check now. Doesn't know what palace is on the maze, so he's going to see his GP. I don't know how easy it is to access. Having the boots should make this very easy to access, though. Yeah, super easy to access. He'll see his GP. Now he's got to go east. He's got to do 6 and 5. Oh, he's going to look for items on the maze. Okay. No, he's not. I lied. All right, this is the way to Helmet Head on Sawney's side. And here we are. That was a very fast Helmet Head. Sub 41, 5 gems placed. With as quick as P3 is, I expect we are going to be in GP sub 50 on Sawney's side. The only reason Homewrecker won't necessarily... He'll be right around 50 minutes. This is P5 is a little bit longer, and he's about 2 minutes behind on Sawney. But 2 minutes lead into GP. It's nice to have a lead into GP, but it's not... it's not at all a guarantee that that is going to be the one who wins it, who walks into GP first. Then again, I keep calling back to the resources thing, right? Home is likely going to have 1 extra heart container than Sawney will. We'll see how the levels are distributed at the end. Right now, Sawney at 666, Home at 556. And here it is, Barba. Yeah, I mean, even if Home gets a little trolled in P5, I mean, he's definitely, yeah, he's going to be in sub 50 as well. I forgot how close this Barba was. I knew Barba was close, but I didn't remember it was this close. And his fight likely going to go a little bit faster for Home with his higher attack levels. This is Sawney's second palace. Does depend on which pit the dragon wants to come up in, though. So, all right, 5 gems down, about to be for Home here. Again, about 2 minutes, right? So you're seeing about a 2-minute difference here. Now, Sawney up an 8 out of 5. Up an 8 in 5. I don't know what they saw or what happened there, but they did do something in 5 where they up an 8. They headed back to start. I don't know if they saw a dead end somewhere. That was pretty early on. I don't think it was too costly in terms of time. I don't know if Home's going to have to do the same thing. Yeah, we have yet to have a sub 50 seed in this tournament. They're pretty rare, but not that rare. They do happen every once in a while. But we are absolutely slated for one of these to happen. 6 gems down, 4320. We'll just round up a little bit here. 4320, nice even number. Sawney is ready to go into GP. We'll be walking it right out of here and right over to the maze. I think the maze is just east from where they're at. Oh, we've got a key we want to pick up out of P2. Okay, so 676, final levels for Sawney here. Yeah, I don't know how deep this key is. Alright, well, this is a little bit of time that Homewrecker may not spend. So, Sawney giving a little bit of time back to home here. Oh, there's probably a key at the end of that dead-end room that Sawney wanted to check, where I was saying that didn't necessarily trust their gut. I think that was a key check, because we didn't see them go any deeper in. Speaking of keys, there's a key for Homewrecker. Yep, sure enough, there is going to be a key at the end of this room. And we are out. So not quite a sub 45 entry, but very close nonetheless. Looks like this may have been a loop back to start. Yeah, okay, on home side. That's probably where Sawney maybe up an aid, get some resources back. Sawney into GP. Time on my dashboard is 45:25. Barrier up. The nerves are going. The clock is ticking. Homewrecker not going to travel the same way in this 5 that Sawney did. Might spend a little bit more time in here unless there's a dead end very soon. This is the false wall room that is native to P5 in vanilla. Thunderbird early on. That means Darklink is going to be anywhere behind this point. First elevator, 2 rooms after Thunderbird, or another 17 rooms after Thunderbird somewhere in a convoluted path. We'll see soon enough. This is blazing fast here. Currently, I believe Tiverius, the only runner with 2 sub-60s of this tournament so far. Gonna call that out there. He's blazing fast, Tiverius. This run from Sawney here going to be giving those times a run for their money. Oh, this is actually going to lead Homewrecker to the same area that leads us to the drop column? Oh, he's got to actually go further south. We up an 8 on Sawney's side there. Wants to come back with full resources, I guess. Yeah, home is on the right path now. That drop column took him right back to the main column he needed to fall down. Here's gonna be the extra heart for home. All right, this is an elevator room here going down, but we obviously GP can't be this short, so. Oh, home needs to take a death because he can't. He just got a refill as well. Oh, man. All right, left or right. Yeah, that sucks. Just got a refill, and now you got to sit here for 15, 20 seconds and take a death off of a rope when you had an iron knuckle here that was very much more capable of killing you quickly. Alright, no jump spell here. Gonna have to fight through this. May want to shield up beforehand here. We've got 1 bar of health left. Fire life as well, always in our pocket. I really want to bring these birds to the floor so you don't have to deal with their bouncing hitbox. Yeah, it looks like 3 bars of refill there. Oh, we're headed left now. Meaning we're going to need an elevator or another junction to take us, or just a path change, direction change to take us to Darklink. It is a drop room, pass-through drop room here. What do we do? Oh boy, fun GP, double birds here. We're going to escape though. Still headed left. I don't think we've seen a landing room just yet. Oh, elevator room as well. Upside down T-junction here. And now we're headed right. No jar means an enemy right here. More bridges. A lot of bridges in these GPs. There are a lot of different bridge rooms in vanilla. Different configurations, that is. They tend to appear often in these layouts. This is an elevator down. We'll see where it takes us. I think home is almost to Guma here. We're going left. Oh boy, more waffles. No jump spell. Here we are, Guma fight for home. Oh, no jump spell. We've got a bird trolling us here. This is not something we're just going to be able to plow through. We're going to have to either fight this thing and kill it, or take a death and get some resources back. Yeah, we're opting to fight it right now. Home is going to have to take he might have a key. He might have a key. Otherwise, he's going to have to get a cast a fairy from somewhere. Unless it's come down. Maybe it's come down at Magic 6. I don't know how much it cost. Another elevator room. We're going up and left. This is a loop back to start. This is post Thunderbird, is it not? And that is 6 gems for Homewrecker. 51.5 minutes. Pretty sure this is going to take us right... Oh, maybe not. I don't remember a Kingbot. Do we remember a Kingbot there? Uh-oh. No, that's a down... Wasn't that a downstab block? Okay, so that was new territory. That was a downstab block as far as I got a look at that room. That was new territory, I believe. We didn't go through any upstab blocks, so I don't think we looped. Either way, Homewrecker is on his way to the maze. We'll see what he does. Thunderbird is so close to start here. Sawney might just want to go down and left here after Thunderbird. We'll see where this goes. I don't think we saw a landing room just yet, so that drop could absolutely be the answer. This is where the nerves are really setting in, though, because you've been in GP for 7 minutes now. Just over 7 minutes for Sawney. Came in 45. This is the room. This is the same room, but see Red Bird and Rope. This is the room that he just saw going right to left, and it was Bluebird and Kingbot. So it's a different room. He's going to go left here. Homewrecker walking in 52, 53. Twin Peaks room. This is a landing room. It doesn't mean it's connected to our drop, though. Oh, we have another elevator. Oh, there's a Kingbot. Pops. Knocks us into the lava. New elevator shaft, though. Elevator up could mean boss room. Thunderbird fight for home. Nope, we're going up and right. New territory, though. Lot of palace back here. Oh, boy. Great landing and lucky jump for the bird there. All right, another elevator room headed right. Haven't seen a paperclip room either. wonder what Homewrecker's going to do after this Thunderbird fight. Just follow rights. Shaft on Sawney's side. Left and a right. How much fun is this? Uh-oh. This is another landing room. May want to shield up for this. These things take a whole heart off of you. It's still new territory. This is a fairy room here. Homewrecker's Thunderbird fight. Coming along. Another drop room. The pass-through Vanilla Crumble Bridge room, aka the Eon drop. We're going to check to the other side of this. What do we have? Homewrecker's Thunderbird is down. Where is he going? Is he going left? Is he going right? This is a key block room. If this is required, Sawney with the key. Oh boy. What is beyond this room? It is in fact Dark Link beyond the key door room. Wow. Key required in this GP. I don't know if Homewrecker has one. Absolutely incredible. Well, barring catastrophic failure, this is going to be a GG for Sawney here, going to be 2-2. There it is, an official racetime.gg race room time of 55 minutes, 25 seconds. That was, what, exactly 10 minutes in GP? Was that 45-25 we walked in, right? Exactly 10 minutes in GP. I'm sure Sawney's going to want to talk about this. They will be in for an interview shortly. In fact, right now. Joined by our race winner, Sawney. GG.
Hey, I'm shaking after that.
I was going to say, how's the heart rate?
Really high.
Talk about a post Thunderbird Great Palace.
Yeah, so when I entered GP at, what was it, 46, I was like, there's no way I'm pulling this right now.
Yeah, pretty fast seed. Pretty fast seed. Yeah, just give us raw thoughts right now. Just talk to us.
So when I went into one to check it, I was thinking about diving it, and then I went over to the other palace on the east after grabbing the boots and just clearing out the west. So from there, I knew that all I had remaining was GP and 5. And I knew it was a 50-50 between Death Valley as well as the maze, which I actually ended up winning that coin flip with 5 being over on Death Valley, which I really shouldn't have gotten that Gooma down first try. And then everything else just kind of fell into place. I kept going to the bosses relatively quickly, and then GP being 1-2 rooms to Thunderbird, and then hitting those dead ends up and A-ing, and then going, you know what? I'm going to go left. And take the first elevator that I see. Somehow ended up working.
Yeah, coming back to that up and A, I'm almost positive that was a downstab block room that you had seen an up and A out of. That was an elevator down on the other side. Not sure where that goes to, though.
I thought it was a dead end, but I must have misread it.
It helps you out regardless.
It really did.
Hard to know where everything goes right now. Homewrecker's following the same original path you were doing. He entered in about 7-ish minutes or so behind you. His Thunderbird was a little slower, and I don't believe he up and 8. I think he just continued afterwards. So, but he's on the exact same path you were. You saw the path. You saw one pass through drop room. Homewrecker's already seen that. Then you saw the Eon drop, the Crumble Bridge, the big long vanilla Crumble Bridge drop room. Opted to not take that either. We only saw one landing room. That was the Twin Peaks room. And yeah, hard to say where all these connect to. Still, every room you hit was new every time going left. And so, man, this was probably a pretty big short GP today.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because seeing the Twin Peaks room, I knew that was going to be a landing room, and when I got to the Eon room, I, in my head, said, this is a last resort if I need to take it. And it turned out I didn't need to take it, so everything just worked out.
Yeah, and before I forget, talk to us about this this key pickup out of 2.
Okay, so I thought I may have misread it as a dead end, and I went ahead and checked the item just in case it was there, or it was a dead end and had an item in it, turned out to be a key, and I went, I'm going to keep that in my back pocket just in case I happen to need a key moving forward in GP. And sure enough, we hit that glove block room that has the key door that you can't ferry through.
And of course, it is the room right before Darklink. So yeah, what a turn of events here. That was a huge payoff. I don't think Homewrecker has a key. I might be wrong, but I don't. Like, he picked up a key in 5, but you obviously have to go through a door after the boss. So I think unless he picked up 2 keys or just had a key before he picked that one up, I'm almost positive he is gonna have 0 keys here. But regardless, all of that was you played extremely well today. Yeah, this is going to be one to watch back, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I plan on watching this one back, because holy cow, the seed went so fast.
Yeah, I don't even know really what this. I mean, it was y'all were both in go mode very early on. Very early on, you know, water tile was forest tile blocked. Dragon had the hammer today. Nobody cared about any of that. You both had Homewrecker had 1 extra heart out of P1, which was the item room was left of start. He had gone into P1 early and got glove blocked out of there without having done sunken yet. Before I go too much more into detail on that, Homer is in the waiting room. That is going to be a DNF from Homewrecker there. Joined by Mr. Homewrecker, GG. You are muted, Home, if you are talking to us.
No, I had to turn my head. GG's.
GG's, dude.
I don't know if I was behind going into GP or if I just took a wrong turn after T-Bird.
Yeah, so the big picture here is I don't really know how it all came to be, but it was about 2 minutes of difference between each of you placing gems until Palace 5. And then Palace 5...
Yeah, I got tripped up in P5.
Yeah. Not only there was a little bit of an extra path you took. It's funny because you took eventually you skipped a drop room and you kept going right, and that eventually led to another drop room, which took you to that column. There were like many drop rooms in that column that just took you right back to where you needed to go. So at the bottom of that very large column, you just followed that along and you went through the pass through item room. That cost that was so unfortunate in that pass through item room, dude. You were 1 hit away from death, and then you killed the Iron Knuckle, got the heart, refilled yourself, realized I can't get through this door, and then had to take a death on that rope that took forever, and that cost a little bit of time there. And then so the little bit of extra time spent in 5 overall ended up being about a 7-minute difference entering into GP there.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I didn't know that Palace 5, I didn't know if, like, I guess that's even more of a culprit. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, I don't know if I took the long term wrong. I don't know if I lucked into the right route or if there was a shorter one and I just took the long way. Like, that Palace 5 had me all backwards.
Yeah. I mean, wrong way is, you did take the longer way, but that once you hit that final drop and it took you all the way, there were like, I don't know, like 5 drop rooms or 6 drop rooms in a row there that you were just kind of dropping. Yeah, that's where that column. I'd have to point it out if you're not too familiar with it.
I don't know if that was the first drop room with the statue or the second one, though, because I saw 2 of those.
You saw 2. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the first one, because I think Sawney, you dropped into the one very close by start, and then that just took you to Guma, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it bottomed out at a dead end with a crumble bridge, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So then you had to go left. But yeah, like by the time I'd fallen down that, I didn't know which one I was in. I knew I saw myself pass through, like fall through one of those statue rooms, but in that column, but I didn't know which one I was at. So I was like, okay, hopefully this gets me to Guma, because I'm not sure which one I just fell in. This will be really bad if I have to come back in here with an up and A. So
Yeah. Other than that, it was just it was really hard to keep track of exactly what was happening because you were each doing different palaces. At home, you tried to do one first. You got the item out of there because you were glove locked in one direction. It ended up being the item room in the other direction. Just a heart. But then you went back to Sunken, got the glove. There was a hint for the glove in New Kasuto in the house there. So that would have told you east. Glove was in the east. Sawney had seen that hint earlier, but yeah, you skipped the house hint there, and it just kind of lucked into it being in Sunken, because east could have also been our hidden water tile, or Grandma's basement behind 7 containers, or even Spell Tower requiring the trophy today. But yeah, it just happened to be in Sunken. You both got it. Everything was pretty free and pretty easy. So everyone was just off to the races immediately. And you both did one, but then from there you kind of changed the routes a bit. It's like home, you were showing us P4 first and P3 first and P2 first, whereas Sawney was showing us P6 first and then P5 first. And so it was like we were seeing both differing palaces across each runner, and it was really hard. Like the bosses were ultimately, until P5, the bosses were really just kind of just hold right or follow the available route. And so
yeah, they were all free.
Yeah, and so at that point we're like, okay, this is looking like sub 50. And then as we're closing in, we're like, this is definitely going to be sub 50 for like both of these runners here. And man, the one you did check the maze for GP. Sawney gambled on Death Valley being 5 and did luck out on that. It wasn't. I mean, it was a free walk to the palace. So from the raft trial, take the boots, take the river to that didn't cost too much time, but just gamble on 5 when he was in the east there to just clear out all of that before heading back to the west. But man, I mean, y'all were both cruising, and what you didn't see was the double glove block room with the key door in the middle is the room right before Darklink. So you would have needed a key to get through there. I don't know if you've got one.
I'm pretty sure that the small enemy pool had keys in it, so yeah. I kind of farmed one up. I had that in my mind as I was heading in there. Because I was not, once I saw that they were dropping them, like, I'm not going to spend time looking for the any key. I'm just going to go for it. So I had that in the back of my head if it happened that I would go that route. So
yeah, absolutely. But with that,
not that it mattered. I didn't find the right path anyway.
Yeah, it was, man, it's hard to say whether the right, like after Thunderbird, there was a left and a right. And Sawney had shown us a lot of the right path. But we're not 100% sure if it actually looped around to the correct direction at the end of the day. But if you did take left out of Thunderbird, it did eventually end up going the right direction, although it still wasn't very free either. So we don't really know if it looped around entirely on both in both directions, but left definitely got you eventually to the Darkling path. And so, yeah, but there were 2 drop rooms, 1 landing room we had seen. Not sure what connected to what. Obviously, with 2 drop rooms, we should have had another landing room somewhere else as well. But I don't think. Actually, we did see 2 landing rooms. I'm sorry. So we were coupled up on landing and drop rooms today. So it's possible. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, left did ultimately lead to Darklink.
Yeah.
After Thunderbird there. Other than that,
I don't think it would have mattered though, because I think I was in at 50, I think 53, like by 55. By the time you finished, I was probably on T-Bird as he was on Darklink, I'm guessing, or close to it.
You had a minute or 2 walking around before Sawney found the right path.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think if you had God routed, it might have still been just behind, but again, the key door would have been the ultimate blocker there for you.
Would have been a time loss, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, dude, I mean, like, how did this one feel for you? I mean, this jetty, I would imagine, just jetty, right? I mean, just go.
Yeah, fast seed and knowing P5. That's basically the tail of this seed.
I will say,
despite the fact that the west was mountainous, it was actually not a bad mountainous biome. I've classically traditionally struggled with those, but this one was pretty good.
I will say your East was a little bit better, I think, than Sonny's because you did have the boots the first time you hit it, and so you were able to do a little bit more exploration than Sawny did. Sawny went East first, saw the bridge and went East first, and then really just stopped at New Kasuto and then came back West. But by the time you were done with the stuff you did in the West, then you went back East. And again, not only the palaces, but it was just like home, you were still missing Heart Container Cave and the Pillar P Bag Cave, and then you didn't complete Medicine Cave when you were there the first time. Sawny then completed that stuff, but then you were showing us what was in Risen, what was in Sunken, and what was in the Desert Island, and those things like that, and whether the palaces were available, what towns were available on the East. So it was like a back and forth on what each runner was showing us on the continents and the palaces. It was a fun race to watch, regardless of the outcome here. It was a great race to watch, a really fast one, and can be nerve wracking, but it was, for a race, it was pretty action packed, I'd say.
Good race. Love to see it.
I agree with that. Very good race.
But with that, though, I'll stick with home here. Any final thoughts on today's race, the tournament, anything moving forward?
No. A granny free seed is a good one. That's about all I can throw out there. So, yeah, I feel good. It was a good seed. GG's to Sonny. I couldn't get it. He made 3 calls, so I'll take it.
All right, Sonny, same question to you. Any final thoughts?
Man, Homewrecker, like, GG's first off. I got extremely lucky in my gamble of Death Valley being 5. Mirai, huge thank you to you for doing the commentary, as well as all of the practice that we have done so far before and throughout this tournament. That just showed how much I really have improved since Upstarts, which is just baffling to me. And VT, my man, thank you so much for doing the restream as well as tracking for us tonight.
You can also say thank you for an easy seed.
Yes, major thank you for an easy seed.
All right, that's GG to both runners, and that's it for me. Lots of races tonight. VT's got the info on that.
Yeah, I know there's a race at 8:30, but I believe that's going to be vodcast later. But we do have one at 10 o'clock that we're looking to get on ZSR for y'all. And of course, we have races throughout the week from Zelda 2 Randomizer and of course all the other Zelda randomizers we have going on. But again, give a follow to Sawneyrath and Homewrecker for the show they put on. And also thank you for Mirai for your commentating the race. Other than that, thank you for everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.